Well, hi everybody, this is Papa Olson once again. We're heading on a trip.
On our way to Canada for a region race. Made it through Seattle crazy traffic. And now we're up going past Everett.
So for those that haven't been to Langley, Canada, it's basically 1 mile across the border, take a right turn, and go anywhere from between now half a mile and a mile, and it's on the left-hand side of the road. It's not very far across the border, but I'll tell you, it's one heck of an adventure. We really enjoy going to Langley. I swear, they roll out the red carpet, they try to treat everybody really good. It's just a total awesome experience to have. I recommend it for everybody that does quarter midget racing.
Go ahead. You ready to race? Are you? JP, are you ready to race? Yeah? Yeah.
That's my little buddy that's going to be a NASCAR race car driver. Oh no, guess what? Saturday, it rained so hard, I thought they were going to have to call out the Coast Guard.
Pit meeting.
In fact, they had the pit meeting underneath that gigantic tent there. So they decided, after hours and hours and hours of raining, that they would call the day and they would set up so they could put out 30 races on Sunday. Wow, that's a lot. So, a couple hours later, it started drying up. Everybody had left to go do shopping or whatever. And so Vicky went on what you call is a walkabout. Kind of a tour of what's going on. And look at this. Check this out. Isn't this cool? Everybody working on their cars. They got stuff pulled out of their trailers. And so they separate the trailers from the motorhomes. And that way they can get all the trailers clumped up and close together. And it just sets up for an easy transition from the trailer to the track and to the racing and then back to your trailer. But isn't this something? So around the corner you're going to see a sign, and that sign is all the cars that are in there are supposed to be parking over in this big field to the left. That's so they have enough room for all these trailers and motorhomes. Because what you just saw here, there was still more coming in as we were speaking. Okay, so now they're having a pit meeting on Sunday morning, and now they have to get 30 races in to finish out the regional race in Langley, Canada.
Let's see. B main, light 160.
So this is the B main light 160. Jonathan is at pole position number 1. So what's going on with Jonathan this year is he actually weighs 108 pounds. So some of these light 160 guys might be 30 plus pounds lighter than him. So that kind of throws a little disadvantage, but he tries to do what he can to make it work. I don't know. I think we're going to probably move it back and forth from light to heavy, but you know, when him and his sister get together, they seem to have a battle towards a race within a race. And you know, just to give the parents a break sometimes, maybe we'll just let them race light then he could race heavy later on. Because next year, they're both back to racing heavy again.
Light 160 be made. Come on, Jonathan. Go, buddy, go. Top 4, trim. Come on, Jonathan. Stay down, buddy, stay down.
So the building over there by the bleachers, just to the right of the bleachers,
Come on, Jonathan, go.
they have a wood stove in there. If it's a little cold in the morning, they can light that off so you can stay warm while you're watching racing. That's awesome. They got little cool stuff. All along the back fence where the motorhomes were parked over there, they have power and even water. So it's kind of a special treat to have power and water at the track. It's really nice.
Come on.
So in past videos, I talked about this wall, and I think I'll talk about this wall every time. If you go up to Langley, Canada, if you look at the back side of that wall that these guys are racing around, see those cement blocks that are there? Those are about, I don't know, close to 2 inches thick. They have 2 of them per 8-foot board. And so when you hit that wall, it don't give. It breaks apart. So if you come up here to race, and I really hope you will, make sure you tell your child not to get close to that wall. Because if they hit it, they're going to break apart.
Come on, Jonathan.
Jonathan's in 4th right now, but he's really struggling. And it's not that he has a bad car or a bad motor or a bad setup. It's just that, you know, some of these kids weigh 35 to 40 pounds less than this. That's giving up a lot. So every kid goes through this. If you start racing when you're 5 and you start gaining weight through the winter, at some point, you're going to have to struggle with the weight. All right, so let's jump to Heavy World Formula. This is the B main. So car number 2, which is now car number 1, is Austin, and he's from Portland, Oregon. At the beautiful, beautiful track they have down there called Alpenrose. Okay, and now they're off. Austin is always a very strong racer. I kind of always feel that he's up in the upper first, second, and third, usually in pretty much every race I've seen. Uh-oh, got a car on the side, no big deal, they just straightened them back up, pushed them off, and away they went again. Oh well. Hey, I started out with some of the slower videos. We have some really good ones coming up for Langley, Canada. So stay tuned. There's going to be much more. And hey, thanks for watching. Come on back. And don't forget to tell your friends and neighbors, because you know it's free to watch. Thanks again. We'll see you at the next one.